You know your PlayStation 5 delivers incredible graphics and lightning-fast loading. But have you ever stopped to wonder how much raw horsepower it actually packs? I'm not talking about teraflops or ray tracing. I mean literal, old-school horsepower. The answer, which absolutely nobody asked for, might just turn everything you thought you knew on its head. We often think about horsepower in terms of cars or engines, measuring the sheer physical work something can do. So, if we apply that logic to a PlayStation 5, where do we even begin? A natural starting point might be its power consumption. The PS5 typically draws around 200 watts when it's busy running a game. Now, if you convert that into horsepower, knowing that 1 horsepower equals about 735 watts, you end up with a number around 0.27 horsepower. That's right, your cutting-edge gaming console, based on its energy intake, has roughly the same power as a very small lawnmower. Or, put another way, it barely registers on the traditional horsepower scale. And frankly, that calculation mainly tells us how much energy the PS5 needs, not necessarily the raw power it produces in a way we usually understand. But what if we dig a little deeper? What if we consider the PS5's true power, its computational muscle? We're talking about flops here, floating point operations per second. This is how many complex calculations the console's processor can crunch every single second. The PS5 boasts an impressive 10.28 teraflops. That's 10.28 trillion calculations per second. Now, trying to translate something as abstract as computational power into a physical metric like horsepower gets a little squishy. How do you measure the physical work of calculating pixels or rendering intricate game worlds? To even attempt this, we need a reference point. Imagine trying to power a robot that simply lifts a 100-gram object 1 meter in a second. That's roughly 1 watt of physical power. We need to figure out the minimal computational power required to make that happen. But since that data is, well, entirely missing, we need an even more creative analogy. So, let's compare the PS5's brain to our brain. Scientists estimate the human brain, if it were to apply its entire computational capacity to a physical task, could potentially generate around 10 petaflops. To put that in perspective, a petaflop is 1,000 teraflops. So, your human brain is estimated to be capable of about 10,000 teraflops. Now, if you stack the PS5's 10.28 teraflops against a brain's estimated 10,000 teraflops, you suddenly see the console looks pretty tiny. It only registers about 1,000th of that estimated brain power. Applying that same power to horsepower conversion, the PS5's computational output equates to a staggeringly low 0.001 watts, which translates to an equally minuscule 0.001 horsepower. So, there you have it. The PlayStation 5, a marvel of modern engineering, technically has less than 1 horsepower. Of course, this is a delightfully silly exercise, because a gaming console's power isn't about pulling a plow or winning a drag race. It's about rendering immersive worlds, performing complex physics simulations, and bringing digital experiences to life. The real power of your PS5 lies not in its physical grunt, but in its ability to transport you to incredible virtual realms. What do you think of this wild comparison? Does it change how you see your console? Let us know your thoughts, and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the sometimes absurd world of tech.